you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
This is the Voices of Misery podcast. This show isn't for the easily offended, so PC Police on Patrol stand by. You've been warned. Now, let's join the nerd and nerdette with another podcast for that ass.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Voices of Misery podcast. Ho, ho, ho is over. Happy New Year is here. And how the hell are you? I am one half of the dynamic duo, the Nerds. I am the Nerd, and you are a returning champion.
Can we come up with something else? Someone send in something else, because I can't with that anymore.
Well, who the hell are you? So people that don't know.
The fucking Nerdette. If people don't know that by now, then I give up.
Well, you know what? I hope they don't know that by now, because I want to keep growing, and I don't want to be complacent with who we already have. I want to keep growing and get more people into the show. So if you didn't know who we are, now you know, motherfuckers. And Merry Christmas is over. Happy New Year is here, like I said. And goddamn it, we had a very boring day today.
You want to talk about the intro first? Because people are just hearing it.
I know, it's pretty amazing. It's freaking amazing. It's the best intro yet. We want to thank our friend Big Ray Hernandez for recording that for us and doing it on very short notice because we drink a lot, and on impulse we're like, hey, this would be cool, let's send it to Ray. And he's like sitting there like, these motherfuckers are drinking alcohol.
I wish he would tell us how the hell to do it so we don't have to keep harassing him, because I've thought of like 5 other ones.
Yeah, there's so many.
And we don't want to harass them anymore.
Yeah, there's so many, and we could do them, like we have the voices for them, we just don't know how to do it. We don't have the know-how for it.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he sent us a couple different intros, 4 different songs, and I think this one's my favorite.
This one is by far the best one. I love it, and I couldn't stop listening to it. It was just so much fun, and I hope you guys all enjoy it. Even though we're not wrestling fans, per se.
I don't care. That's my favorite segment
every week. This one came out really,
week.
really good. Yeah, and there's something about Bray Wyatt doing that weird shit. It just kind of draws me in every time. It's always fun. It's always entertaining, and I just love the guy, man. He's like a real throwback to when wrestling was fun to watch, when it was cool to watch. Like, people say, hey, man, did you see this weird guy on TV with the Mr. Rogers sweater doing this shit? And people, he's someone that, the old thing where you would talk about, the water cooler conversation at work, where oh my goodness, everyone's talking about the episode of something or other at the water cooler at work. Bray Wyatt would be that wrestling water cooler guy. Do you see this dumb shit he was doing? How he was dancing and rapping with that stupid fucking thing? I just feel like he would be a topic of conversation for anybody, anywhere almost. He is almost to that level of being a transcendent superstar. Where, back in the day when you would watch wrestling and Stone Cold Steve Austin would be doing that weird beer shit and Stone Cold stunning people and flipping a finger and beating up his boss, and everyone was like, yeah, we can get behind that. Maybe now we need something different, something that's completely opposite, 180. And I think Bray Wyatt can fill that void. He's pretty damn cool, and what a great intro, man. It sounds really good, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I listened to it maybe 30,000 times already.
I know you kept playing it yesterday.
Over and over and over again, because I just love it. It's just different, man, And you know what else is different? A podcast being released on New Year's Eve. It seems like nothing came out today. We listened to a lot of podcasts between the two of us, and nothing came out really.
I had a couple things, but they're not, I don't... Yeah. I listen to one mainly, and if another one pops up, I listen to them, if I'm in the mood.
Well, they were mostly, half-assed, too, the ones that came out today.
Yeah, it's a year in review or whatever, clips and that type of stuff, and...
I pretty much listened to live Twitch feeds of people that were recording today but didn't release today, and I listened to older podcasts. So I kind of got back into ones that I skipped because I have a couple celebrity podcasts that I listen to, but I do skip them in favor of people that I know or people that I enjoy, real people that are saying real shit, because I would rather listen to real people talking than celebrities, because my gripes from previous podcasts about celebrities and, them blowing each other about how much money they have and where they've gone and shit like that. To me, that's annoying. But I'll listen to them in the background if I've got nothing else. So today I caught up on those, and it was just more frustrating than ever. Because this one guy's like, yeah, I just got back from Malibu. And it's like, oh, well, how about we meet up in Utah next week? It's like, what the fuck, man? You know, like people that are so detached from reality that they don't have any idea what it's like to struggle in life. So, like, those podcasts I tend to avoid. Once in a while, they're good. They have some kind of substance to them. But other than that, today was just a kind of a day to just decompress and relax, man. But I'll tell you what I'm happy about. The Twilight Zone is on all day long.
I hate this time of year. I hate this time of year. It's on 24/7. And if you're in that living room, that's what's on the TV. And I hate it.
I don't know why I hate it so much.
I hate it so much. It's boring as fuck.
It's not boring. Some of the acting in some of those episodes were amazing. And these episodes were so well written that they've pretty much drawn comparisons to movies that are coming out now. Like, hey, they got this inspiration from Twilight Zone. Or they got that from Twilight Zone.
I can only see a few of those episodes so many freaking times.
I know. I can watch them all day. If that was...
See, they mean something to you.
Yeah.
They mean absolutely nothing to me. I've never saw them growing up.
Can we talk about the weird coincidence?
What?
So my dad used to make this meal, and my dad has recently passed in 2007, you know, so I guess not too recent. It was 12 years ago, but, well, 13 now, you know, it's pretty much 2020 right now. But my dad passed away, and we used to have this tradition where I was a kid, and I used to go to his house on the weekends where he used to make this meal, and it was always chicken wings. Because wings are like a guy thing, you know? Like, guys love wings. We love Doritos and...
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Don't put that as a stereotype. Women like wings, too.
Well,
I like wings.
Well, women like wings, too. But, like, all right, then just people like wings for holidays. All right, so fine. People, you fucking PC bitch. So, you fucking...
It's a man
social
thing.
justice warrior bullshit. Here we go at the start of the show. Some social justice warrior shit. All right, so fine. Well, people like wings during holiday time, and Doritos, and snacks, and junk food, and juice, and all sorts of shit. So my dad used to make these wings, and the way he used to make them, and you know, I'll stooge this off. I want people to have good wings, okay? He used to get this big-ass pot, this big-ass iron pot. He used to put wings in a lot of water, like maybe like fill the thing halfway up with water. It was like one of those tall ones that you'd see in like the stereotypical kitchen when you're watching like a cartoon or some shit. The big tall pots, right? Mm-hmm. And he would boil a package of wings. Yeah, boiled. Because some people are like, wait, boil wings? Why? Trust me, you'll find out. They're amazing. You boil them until the wings rise to the top and everything's bubbling a little bit, and you got that weird like color and
you season the water, top. Right?
I didn't this time.
Or you used to.
I used to. Normally I put like garlic salt in there.
Yeah.
Or salt or pepper, whatever. Just put it in there, let the meat, you know, marinate and shit like that. And then once it rises to the top, you know, you turn off the top. You pour it out in a strainer, you strain the water out, and then you put it in the oven with the hot sauce or barbecue sauce, whatever you use. I use hot sauce because I'm keto and I don't want to have any carbs or anything in there. So I use hot sauce now, and I did that today. But my dad used to put barbecue sauce in there with a little bit of hot sauce, and it was the most amazing thing. We'd have a big-ass pot of chicken wings, and we'd eat Doritos and just watch the Twilight Zone until he fell asleep. He always fell asleep sooner than I did.
You made him one year. I don't know what year it was, but you made him for my dad, and he was such a mess trying to eat them. They were all over his face. They were a sloppy mess.
But
he loved them.
They're good because the meat falls right off the bone. Everything's cooked perfectly.
Yeah, my dad said that
so
he'd never
good.
had wings like that before. Yeah. They were really good.
My dad, for some reason, he made them that way, and that's the only way I can eat wings now, unless they're deep fried and they're from like a pizza place. But they're not as good to me because they're not as easy on the teeth. And as you get older, you need things that are easier to chew down and shit. You know what I mean? And they were just good, but that was a Twilight Zone tradition. It was every New Year's he would do that. And this year, without even thinking about it, without even thinking about New Year's and Twilight Zone, we were at the store this morning, and we'll talk more about that later. And I grabbed some wings, and I came, I'm like, I'm going to cook those tonight. And I had the hot sauce ready, and I'm cooking them, and I'm like, wait a second, today's Twilight Zone day. This is something that means something to me, and it all kind of came back, and I had that memory. So maybe subconsciously, I did that to honor the memories I have of my dad growing up, you know, and I watched a couple episodes and I had a couple of wings today, so I feel pretty good. Sure as hell I can't stay up the way I used to anymore, but at least I did that today to honor my father. So do you have any traditions that you do on New Year's?
Oh, hell no. No. My mom used to make Big Ziti, but it was like not like, I mean, it wasn't a big deal.
It's good shit though.
Yeah, like we didn't, like New Year's was just like another day for us. It was just, but we did always have, she always had freaking Big Sadie. I don't know why, but maybe that's how she grew up. But we never like partied or anything like that. And then all the adults would go out and the kids would be home alone.
Oh, there you go. That's fun for the kids. So like you guys didn't have anything fun you used to do? Like
no, because it was me babysitting.
Oh.
I was babysitting my little sister and my little cousin, and they would all go out and get drunk and wasted. I don't know how the hell they got home because they would come home sloshed.
Sometimes there's miracles happen.
Beads on them and like stupid glasses and the hats and shit. And like, oh my God.
So they got down and dirty. They did the whole New Year's thing.
Oh my God. And my aunt would be passed out on the couch and she'd wake up with hiccups every fucking year. And then my mom would be upstairs laughing because you could hear my aunt downstairs with the hiccups every year. So it was just like, I mean, I got stuck babysitting. It was never like a thing for me. And even like in my 20s when I was on my own, never went out. I never went to New York City.
I lived
in New York. I never did any of that.
I went once to Manhattan when I was like 18, 19 years old or whatever, and it was just such a madhouse. It was whatever the millennial year was when it was 2000.
Yeah.
We went there in 2000. We were in Manhattan, and people were trampling each other and pushing and fighting. And
fuck that. In the cold.
I don't know how we did it. But we were holding hands, going through people like tight as you can hold hands, because if you got separated, you're gone for the night. You don't see this person again. And we went to some place called Tony's Pizza, or no. I'm sorry, Big Ray's gonna correct me. It's called Chicago's Pizza in Manhattan, and they had the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I had big ass slice, about this big, the size of a fucking like a human leg, and it was like a $3 pizza, but it was the best pizza ever. But I remember being out there, and you couldn't even get where you needed to be. It was just about being in that atmosphere. Something about being in Manhattan.
No, thank you.
But it was crazy. And in my adult life, as a grown man who has a head on his shoulders, kind of, never in a million years would I ever... if I can go back in time and tell myself, don't do it, don't do it. Even though nothing bad happened. And I remember driving on the train back from there. I remember in Penn Station, in New York Penn Station, grabbing beer. And I wasn't even legal age yet. I was like 20. I'm not like 18. I don't remember how. No, wait, this is 2000, so I was 18. And I was just going there. I'm like, hey, let me get a couple of beers. And they were like beers in the coolers. You take them out. And I was buying beers, and I was getting carded because I had a beard back then. And just drinking beer in the station. It was just like a fucking crazy night, you know. And my friends and I, we all kind of separated from each other. And we took our respective people in other places. And then we met...
Respective people.
Our dates, I guess you want to call it. Whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Respective people.
Whatever you want to call them. And then we met in Penn Station.
Oh, God.
At like 3 o'clock in the morning. We had our beers and everything, and we were just driving back on the train.
Never did any of this shit. I could never stay up late enough.
It was once. I only did that once. I've never gone out for the ball dropping, because that was the one year I'm like, you know what, this is too much. It was insanity.
I do got a tape. One of the stations has got Green Day and Paula Abdul and a couple other, but it's the station that I don't like Ryan Seacrest, but it's his station. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to tape it so I can fast forward a lot of shit. They got a couple, Dan and Shay I wanted to see. Like, there's a couple people doing a thing, and so I got to remember to tape that.
Imagine if, like, you were watching TV, right? Because, like, you're going to watch this tomorrow morning probably, right? Mm-hmm. And imagine if, like, you can look at the sea of people.
No, I would never.
And just implant yourself into one of their subconscious for, like, 10 minutes. And you're in that crowd. I was there. It sucks.
I can't even imagine going down there for, like, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's just not fun at all. There's too many people.
Like, no.
There's way too much going on. Too many noises, too many voices. You're constantly getting touched. You don't know where you're going. And then you can finally break off into, like, a little pack. And, like, we broke off. I don't remember how the hell would this happen, but we were getting pushed. And I think she almost fell over. And I picked her up, and then we got through a barricade, because they had police barricades all over the place. And then we kind of ran off to, like, a side street, and there was that pizza place where we had the pizza. And then there was a Dunkin' Donuts. We went and had Dunkin' Donuts. We sat there for, like, an hour and a half waiting for people to start breaking off, and they finally did. And they were able to make it back to the train station. But it was the biggest nightmare ever. It was the worst night of my life. And I will never go out to New York City for anything New Year's again.
Shit. I don't regret it, but like I don't have stories like that because I
do regret it. I regret it.
I never did. I never went to a bar. Never.
I don't think about this.
Went to a party. Never went and traveled anywhere. Yeah. Like I stayed home, and if I was lucky, would see the ball drop on TV. Like it was never a big.
Well, you're about to see some balls drop in your head tonight. At the stroke of midnight.
That's not fucking happening, and we can move on. But, like, yeah, like, I never really cared. I never... It's a fucking new year. And I hope that this year's better, or at least.
Don't you think it's just people just looking for a reason to party and get drunk?
I think so because it's not that big of a deal for me. What I'm thinking right now is, oh my god, the goddamn beach is gonna have fireworks tonight.
Yeah,
that's where my mind is going.
Why does everything
fireworks?
Why does everything have to be associated with alcohol? The people are just looking for a reason to get wasted, man, and that's just the way it is. And I think you could even say us as well, because every time we do a podcast, we're having a few drinks.
Yeah, but I don't sit here to get wasted.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember the last time I was drunk.
Yeah.
I drink mine slow.
Yeah, you do.
Just,
you really do.
Like, relax, and then I go to bed. Like,
yeah.
I don't, like, I don't know.
But for people out there, like, they look for their birthdays, and birthdays became birth weeks, and then became birthday months. Oh, it's my birthday month.
I don't know anyone like that.
It's my birthday week. Oh, it's my
Who
birthday
the hell
week.
Is like that?
The people that I used to work with, like
a
couple of places ago.
Get over yourself.
They were like, "Oh, it's my birthday week. I'm the perfect." Like, yeah, you're gonna get wasted for a week. I gotta take my vacation to get wasted every day because it's my birthday week. And,
well, you do take your vacation your birthday too.
Yeah, because we normally have people coming down. That's why. But some people just feel like they have to get drunk on every holiday, and it's like St. Patrick's Day. Of course, I get it. It's like a drinking holiday. It's meant for drinking. But then you got Christmas, and you got New Year's, and I guess New Year's is like a couple of drink holiday. You have to drink then too.
But why is St. Patrick's Day a drunk holiday too? Because
Irish people are associated with three things: potatoes, corned beef hash. Or not corned beef hash, corned beef and alcohol.
Which is a bunch of bullshit.
I know, it's just a stereotype.
I'm Irish, and that's a bunch of horse shit.
Can you imagine this, right? Because
go to St. Patrick's Day, go to Ireland and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah. Well,
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, how about this? Because you're an Irish person, right? So let me ask you this question, right?
So it's I hate stereotypes.
What would happen if during Black History Month, each day you had to eat either chicken, watermelon, drink grape Kool-Aid, or some of that shit?
Absolutely not. I don't like any of that stuff.
Do you think that would be socially accepted, as it is on St. Patrick's Day, to eat and drink the stereotypical Irish food?
But that's not what they eat.
I know.
Where did that come from?
The thing is all that food is delicious. Fried chicken is delicious. The grape Kool-Aid is delicious. Corned beef is delicious. Potatoes are delicious.
You do for
beer is delicious. Everything that all the stereotypes eat are delicious.
What would you do to have a sip of grape Kool-Aid right now?
Ugh. Man, that'd be good shit. Yeah. It'd be good, but I can't do it.
With all that sugar, could you just take a sip?
You know what? If I could have a plate of fried chicken, corned beef. Corned beef is so fucking good too. God, it's so good. I love corned beef.
To me, it's good, but I can only have it in small doses because it's very fatty.
Not me.
I don't like the fat. I don't like fatty meat.
It is delicious, and some motherfucking like a small bit of cabbage.
No,
and some
cabbage.
Potatoes. You see, like how Irish are you?
In this house, I'm gonna like.
How
that's
Irish
the thing. It's not fucking Irish thing.
But we're talking stereotypes right now, and everything. And see, I think all the stereotypes have delicious food.
I'll sit and eat potatoes all day long.
Own that shit, man. If that's your stereotype, own that. Be like, my food's fucking delicious, motherfucker.
Yeah, the potatoes are.
Shit.
You could keep
eat that shit. Fucking fried chicken, potatoes, and some corned beef. I'll eat that shit all day with some grape Kool-Aid.
But I tell you right now, you go over there, and that's not what they're eating.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some rice and beans, some panini, some fucking tacos, and I'm in fucking un-keto heaven.
So what would... Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about something you would eat off of keto, what would be your... If you had one splurge day, what would your meal be?
If I could allow myself
let's
to have a splurge day.
Let's go through the day. Like, what would you wake up and first thing you would eat? Like, let's go through the whole day.
So one massive meal for each thing you're talking about?
Well, it doesn't have to be a massive meal for each thing.
Well,
but
no, I'm going all out this day.
Okay. Well,
so
then
breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Okay, so my breakfast would be bacon, eggs. Obviously, they're both keto, so those are fine. But I would get the largest stack of pancakes you would ever see in your life.
What about hash browns? Hash browns are good.
Hash browns, pancakes, and man, I would gain 20 pounds during breakfast alone because they're amazing. So hash browns and pancakes, right? For lunch, I would have to get... What are you
drinking? We need a drink. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking soda all day.
Okay.
I'm drinking soda all day long.
Breakfast.
I'm drinking Pepsi and Coca-Cola all day long, man.
Okay.
And Mountain Dew all day long. The second I wake up the second I go to bed. Lunch, what I'm having is Taco Bell because I love tacos. I'm eating burritos and I'm eating fucking tacos all day long. I'm gonna get like 6 burritos and 5 tacos. I'm just tearing that shit up And for dinner, what I'm having, cheeseburgers and a sub.
And
pizza.
And a pizza.
And a pizza. So I'm getting a slice of, like, I'm getting 2 slices of pepperoni, meatball, and bacon pizza with extra cheese. Just 2 slices, because, like, I'm not going to eat, like, an entire pizza. So I'm going to have 2 slices of that, because I'm trying to be realistic.
And then, like, a 6-inch sub. And
like a half ham and cheese sub, like a half Italian sub. And what was the third thing again?
You said a cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger. So like a double cheeseburger from McDonald's or something stupid.
Oh, fuck McDonald's. Go to Cookout. Fuck McDonald's.
Or like a Cookout double cheeseburger with like some tater tots at the side. By the end of the night, I'm puking. But I don't give a shit. It will be a hell of a day, and that's what I mean.
What about for dessert? Any ice cream or?
No, I'm not a big ice cream guy. I never was. Never a big ice cream guy. But maybe for snack throughout the day, I'll have like some Doritos, some spicy nacho Doritos, and a couple of Reese's peanut butter cups. And a Snickers bar,
I'm asking because the podcast I listen to, there's one person on there that diets all year.
Yeah.
Christmas Day is their one cheat day where they go
what a pussy.
all day.
What a pussy.
And eat what... I know, because you don't need a cheat day. But, like, they go all day just that one day and eat whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And I'm just like... they mentioned what the... I can't remember because it was a week and a half now. My podcast has been gone. But I can't remember what the hell they mentioned. I just want to know what you would eat. Like, what would be your ideal
That
thing
would be it right
off?
there, all day long. And the next morning, I'd wake up sick as hell, and I'd be like, fuck, why didn't I get Chinese? I'd be so pissed. But there's only so much you could eat that day, you know? There's only so much you could eat. Because I would want to get, like, a regular Chipotle brown rice bowl.
Oh, Chipotle.
Ugh,
I haven't had it in
rice.
months.
Well, we almost could have gone. Oh, yeah, so let's speak about that. So this morning... We all got up, and, like, you got me out of bed a little bit earlier than I wanted to get out, because I was struggling to get out of bed to take a shower and shit, because I'm still going through my depression.
You texted me, and I said, get the fuck up and shower, for fuck's sakes.
I'm still very depressed right now. Like, I'm going through that shit where I'm trying to get out of this mental funk.
Oh, my God.
And I did. I got out of bed, I got showered, I came out. Immediately, the second I came out, I'm getting attacked by the autistic daughter, and she goes, let's go, let's go, let's go. She's already getting her shoes on. She's running around the house telling us where we're going and shit.
I know. I don't know what the hell, where that came from. I'm thinking she overheard us with it coming up with a game plan yesterday.
Must have. And just ran through her head all night long.
Yeah, and then as soon as she woke up this morning, because she started this morning, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Daddy's still sleeping. And then something was going on with our door, because normally every morning since the shit hit the fan, I've been checking on you. Like clockwork. I come in here to make sure everything's okay, that you're still breathing, and like fucking everything's fine.
I haven't taken a sodium nitrite cocktail.
Do you plan on getting out of bed today? Like, are we regressing? Like, what's going on? I couldn't get it. I don't know what the hell happened, and our door does not shut correctly, and it does not lock.
Can I tell people what I was doing? So I'm sitting there jerking off, and
all
of a sudden,
usual.
All of a sudden, I hear the door like jerk off. I'm like, what the fuck? And I heard like slam open, and I jumped up.
But it didn't open.
But it didn't open, exactly. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, well, let me go back to doing this.
Ugh, and then, so annoying, the stupid fucking door. Yeah. But you're jerking up no matter what time I come in here. I purposely waited an hour because yesterday I came in with you doing it. Like, listen, people, you don't understand.
This it's anxiety, man.
It's all the time. So yesterday I walked in on you doing it. So, and then, like, you had to stop, and then, of course, you had to grope me.
Just come in and sit on it. Just come in and sit on it. Just help me out. Help me out.
Then, this morning, I'm like, well, you know, I'm gonna wait an hour, because, obviously, you know, that's not a good time. And I don't want to get attacked. So, I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's so bad.
I waited an hour, couldn't open this door. Something was wrong with the door, because it does not lock, and it doesn't shut correctly. Like, I just couldn't get in. So, I'm like, fuck this, you know. And then, like, I heard your podcast going. So, I'm like, okay, everything's fine, he's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't fucking know. Whatever.
No, it was absolutely insane, because then I finally got to take a shower, and I go in the shower, and I'm like, all right, there's no towels in here.
And you text me for a fucking towel, and I'm like, I can't get in.
Well, the thing is, it's like I have a routine. Before I go in there to take a shower, because we have a master bathroom attached to our master bedroom, so you can get naked and walk right into the bathroom without anyone in the house seeing you or being in danger of being seen. So I'm butt-ass naked, and I go into the shower, or I go into the bathroom, rather, and I'm, you know, like, I'm handling some business, I'm peeing or whatever. I'm like, shit, there's no bath towel. So I'm like, hey, can you leave one by the bathroom door? And I hear you trying to get the door open. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And he said the door won't open. So I'm like, all right, let me try it.
What was going on today?
And I tried it, and, like, there was, like, an extra crunchiness when he turned it, like, almost as if it was locked, but it really wasn't. And it crunched, and then it loosened up, and now it's fine again. So I don't know if it's because of the weather changing or what, but it was really rough turning that damn handle.
I was this is no lie, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, I seriously thought you had blocked it.
Yeah,
and then I started getting nervous, but I heard you turn the podcast on, and I'm like, okay, because
it's
that's
so weird.
Because it's been a bad couple of weeks, and that's exactly where my mind went.
Well, that's why things
I couldn't get in, and I'm like, okay. So, like, I don't know.
So you thought I was drinking that little sodium nitrate drink?
Like, I didn't know what was happening, but your podcast popped on, and and I'm like, okay, so, whatever, I'll go sit back down.
It's just weird, man.
Like, that's where I don't like this shit, man. That's where I immediately jumped.
Well, you probably shouldn't think that way, because, like,
I probably shouldn't. Well,
I've been progressively,
until this shit gets the fuck out of this house, I'm going to be doing that.
I've been slowly getting better over the past couple of days, so slowly getting better. Not quite where I need to be yet. I'm probably around 65% where I need to be. Maybe a little bit better, but we'll see how the next couple of weeks pan out. Things are getting better for us. So, I mean, like, we're not, like, crazier than we were before, but things are definitely getting better. So, yeah, I mean, like, that door was just fucked up. And things like that have to happen at moments like this. They have to happen. And
I seriously would have done something. I would have, like,
it's fate.
Plowed through that damn
But don't you now understand that things have to happen at certain moments where they shouldn't? That door was fine for years. All of a sudden, during this moment in time, where things are happening the way they're happening, all of a sudden now, that door has to jam up.
I couldn't get in to check on you. I was freaking out.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you know what alarms me the most? That you didn't text me and say, hey, I can't get in the room.
Because I I heard you moving. Just shut up! Don't say I didn't give a shit.
Oh, maybe. No,
that's fucked up to say.
Well,
anyways,
you could have texted me. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're at Walmart, and we were at the store, and not Blue Walmart, the one that sells everything. We were at the Green Walmart, and it was a pretty normal day. We were there, and of course, I always ask, who are we going to be attached to this time?
And it was nobody.
There was one person in particular in the beginning. Like, we weren't necessarily attached to him, but it was like he was in a couple of houses that we were in. And we were at the cheese area where they got, like, all the cheese. And then I turn around and he's standing there. And then I'm just standing there and I'm like, all right, he's still there. He's not moving. I know
the two of you were standing there and I couldn't get through. I needed to go and
I turned around and I said, do you need to get in here? And all he did was, like, slowly walk by and gave me a head nod and disappeared. And then, like, every other aisle for like 3 aisles, and then he would always be in there, and they kind of give me like a nice look, where he was probably like, oh, this guy's probably pissed because I was just standing there like, why, like maybe he thought I was mad. But that was really it. Like, we weren't really attached to anybody this time, but we did have the slowest fucking cashier of all time. Well, she was slow as fuck, man. She was really bad.
I don't know.
And when we pulled up to the line, like, there was like a person that was already getting checked out, a person behind them, and then us. And
well, he went outside. Yeah. This one customer went outside, came back inside to tell her how to type in a gift card.
Yeah, like they must have had some experience before.
Like, but like that. Shut the fuck up. She's the worker. Why are you coming in and telling her how to do her job? Like,
I've seen this before.
She laughed and he walked out. Like, oh my god.
I've seen this before where there's like a retail thing where like maybe like she just didn't know how to ring out his gift card, or maybe her computer wasn't acting right.
Well, I've never seen her before, so maybe she was new.
Yeah,
but like, still, that doesn't give you the right to tell her what the fuck to do.
So
Get the hell out of here.
So the guy probably went to her line. She couldn't do it. He went to some other person's line. They did it, and then he felt the need to inform her how to do her job. So we're sitting there in line, we're putting our shit up on that belt, and he comes back in, he's like, so you have to put the 25.00 in, and then hit gift card, and that's how you do it for future reference. And he was trying to be nice about it when he came off as a real dickhead about it.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Don't interrupt her doing her job while she's helping someone else and making her feel inferior in front of someone she's helping.
Seriously. Like,
it was
stupid.
Oh my god, like... And then after he left, she like kind of laughed it off. It was like a nervous laughter.
Yeah.
Like a go fuck yourself, asshole. And she probably cursed him off in her head 100,000 times. And then like she kind of looked over at us and the person she was helping, and I just kind of put my hand on my head like, you fucking asshole. You know, like that's not what you do. Like, you got what you wanted to get accomplished at the store. Why do you have to go make the worker feel bad about what they might not have known? Mm-hmm. How often do people deal with gift cards at a fucking supermarket? You know, like, really? Like, how many times have you ever been given a supermarket gift card for a gift, or thought to buy one for someone else, unless they were in dire needs or some shit, you know?
I don't know. I've given them out to my grandmother a couple times, but that's because she asked for them. because her Social Security or whatever, like that's what she used to like for Christmas is like, grocery store gift cards or whatever because it helped her out. But like, I don't know, like, stupid.
Well, it's just really obnoxious. And then that guy, I don't know why it just really bothered me so much, but the fact is, like, that lady's just doing her job. Like, she might not have known something, and the guy had to, like, just stamp his foot down. I don't know if he felt like he had a badge of honor by doing it. Like, maybe he felt like he did his job for the day, or, it's just fucking obnoxious. But besides that, we did have another customer service issue today.
We did?
Yeah, kind of. Well, it was mostly me because I was on the phone with them, but we're trying to cancel DirecTV, right?
Well, because you got it discounted through your last job.
Yeah. So,
I mean, hugely discounted. And that's the reason why we had a stupid dish.
Because we hate DirecTV. We truly do hate DirecTV. We hate it. We've always hated the service. Always.
So, since you're not working there anymore, we switched to Spectrum. And then today decided to cancel DirecTV. We don't need it anymore. We have Spectrum. Yeah. So, like, call them and like, just get rid of this shit before we get slammed with this bill that's not an employee discount anymore.
Yeah. I don't want that shit unless there's a discount. That's the only reason why we signed up.
How was that phone call?
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so every time you call customer service, right, you've always got, and I'm not trying to be, like, racist or anything, but you always got that one person's voice. And there's two people's voices that you hear every time you call customer service, and they're always from, like, India or some shit. And I'm not one of these pro-America, keep the jobs in America guys, because, like, I would like the jobs in America.
Well, you should be, because your one job was outsourced to someplace.
Yeah, but, like, I don't care. Like, it sucked that my job got outsourced, the call center job I had years ago. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm not, against other people getting jobs, too. Like, whatever. I don't care. But you always get the same two people. You get that one chick with the nasally voice, and you get the one guy with the, hello, my name is John.
Yeah.
And then whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not discriminatory against anybody. But I get transferred to 3 women that sound the same. And I'm like, wait a second, weren't you just the bitch I just got transferred from? And all I'm trying to do is cancel. And they keep asking me why. And I'm like, listen, it's very cut and dry. You can't win me back. I'm a disgruntled ex-employee. I hate the company, and I want out. Just get me out of this shit. I never liked Dish. Blah, blah, blah. Just get rid of it. And you would think that those would be trigger words for them to just be like, all right, cool, done. Boom. We're not going to try to win you back.
Right.
There's nothing we could do. Like, it's not like, oh, well, I lost my Sunday ticket discount.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can give it back to you, sir, for 6 months.
Yeah, no, we don't want you.
Yeah, we don't want you. I hate you. I don't work for you anymore. Fuck you, assholes, But I'm being nice about it. I'm like, listen, I'm an ex-employee. I don't have the discount. I don't want it. Done. And I was getting transferred, and then I finally got to someone who could think they can handle my problem. And, of course, he sounded like the other 3 girls I talked to. Hello, my name is Annie. Mm-hmm. And then blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, so fucking she can't handle it. You still have the employee discount for 30 days. I'm like, all right, well, fine. Then I'll call in 30 days. Well, let me try to cancel it. Bitch, no, I'm letting you off the hook. I am giving you permission to get off the phone with me. I'll call back in 30 days. I don't give a fuck. I'm the most easygoing person on the phone.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to talk to you.
You were already on the phone for a good 15 minutes or so. Because I was wondering what the hell was taking so long. And, I mean, seriously.
It's like, I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me.
You can't just hit the cancel button? Like, how? I just don't get it.
No, like, I get it because, like, I've been on that side where, like, there's some things you just can't do at certain moments because of situations. And I'm like, all right, well, how long will it take? She said, well, it could take up to 30 days. All right, fine, I'll call back in 30 days. Yeah. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, bitch. No, let me try. And then she kept me on the phone for another 10 to 15 minutes while she tried. I'm like, listen, you did all you could.
Right.
I'm fine with that. My fucking bill is at 0 right now. Next time a bill comes through, if it's a little bit higher than normal, I'll just cancel it and be like, I'm done. Because they bill you a month ahead. So we don't have to pay whatever bill comes in. They bill you a month ahead anyway. So I'm good with it. Goodbye, good riddance, and go fuck yourself. But it's still the fact that when you call customer service, these people, I don't know what the hell happens to them when they go through training, but man, they are put through the ringer where they have to try their asses off.
It's commission. You
but like
did
they
it.
know, but like they know they can't do it, and this is a retention job.
Yeah.
Where you have to retain people, so there's no commission there. I don't know if they get something for keeping people, but like you're trying to lower people's bills at that point to keep them as a customer. So maybe there's some kind of bonuses or incentive that they get.
I don't know, but looking at your account and your bill, to see what we were paying. You can't get lower than that.
Like,
you can't offer us anything.
Yeah, he pays $10 a month. Yeah.
$10 a month for everything, including HBO. Yeah. Just can't, just no. What are you going to say? Well, we can give you a slight discount and it'll just be $150 next month.
No.
I
don't want that bullshit cable. I don't want it.
It's either $10 or we don't want it.
Things like, I don't like DirecTV, and I cannot wait to cut this fucking satellite dish off the side of the house in a pole, because we didn't get the satellite dish on our house. I would love to know how you think
you're going to do that.
Oh, I'm going to find a way, trust me. I'm going to be out there demolishing shit.
But there's wires and shit. I don't want you fucking up stuff in the house.
The thing about the DirecTV satellite dish is it's not on our roof, which is great. And I said as an incentive to get it, it better not be on this fucking roof, because I'm not ripping this shit down the second I stop with this company. So it was on the side of the pole.
Most customers, well, a lot of customers, go from one company to the next, to the next, to the next. Mm-hmm. So who's to say we're not going to go to DirecTV to save money 2 years from now, after Spectrum is done? You say that now, but Spectrum is going to eventually skyrocket our bill.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking for a cheaper cable.
The culture and the times are going to change too. So it's not going to be three different companies in the area. It's going to be multiple small companies. Okay, so you like Hulu?
I just don't want you knocking it down and then fucking something up and we can't ever get it back.
It's going to be okay, so you like Hulu. Okay, so if you like 5 different channels, you'll get them on Hulu. That's $14.99 a month, and then $10.99 a month for this one, and then everyone's happy. So it's all going to be app-based anyway. This whole cable digital network bullshit is dead. It's fucking dead. It really is. People are buying Disney to watch what they want. They're buying Netflix to watch what they want. They're watching Hulu and all these other apps.
Can you DVR on that?
No, well, you don't have a DVR on that. It's pretty much
do they have commercials on those?
No.
So there's no commercials on any of those shows?
On Hulu? I think you have to buy
Apple,
Hulu Plus. And I think, I'm not sure about Apple. I don't know about Apple. But the thing is you're getting all these premium channels and shows that are coming off of network TV, because you're in full control at that point. You don't have to deal with the bullshit that network TV provides and going through contracts, because what used to happen was ABC and CBS and NBC or WB on those channels. But okay, so Spectrum is going to kick us off, so they would have that message at the bottom of the screen. Give us a fair contract, and they would fight for contracts. Nowadays, you can eliminate that and do your own shit. So WB can be all right, well, if you want to watch this shitty-ass show, The Flash, and
listen,
and another terrible show,
it's
Batwoman.
number 1 this year for the CW.
Yeah, for the CW.
It's the
CW,
best fucking show on the CW this year.
Oh my god! But still,
big red nose.
You can watch all that bullshit.
Batwoman was number 2.
But the thing is, you're in full control of your pricing at that point. Okay, so you want to watch the bullshit Flash show? Give us $20 a month, and you can watch it.
But see, that's the problem. I don't want all these different apps if it's going to cost more than cable.
The thing is, it's going to help consumers in the long run, because, and just hear me out here, if you want to watch The Flash, right?
Right.
You can spend $20 for a month and binge all episodes of The Flash and be done with it for $20, right? That's $20 done. If you want to go to Dexter season 12 or whatever the fuck and watch one season, that's $9.99 right there. Boom. That's $10. Right there, you have a whole year's worth of entertainment for $30 of shit that you would watch, as opposed to paying for cable TV.
You got to binge it. It's over in 2 days.
As opposed to paying for TV all year long. I think it's a better deal, and I think some people out there may be following what I'm trying to say. But you can binge. What you're saying,
but I still see you spending more money.
I think it's cheaper, because why pay $100 a month for cable when you could spend when you want it, as much as you want when you want it, just to get it out the way. So I think it's a good thing. It's a good position where we're going, because if you think about the household now, the way we live our lives, no one is ever watching TV all day. The kids, our autistic one will have it on in the background, but I think we could put an Apple on in the background and she'll be fine with that. The older one doesn't really care. She just has her Apple TV going all night long. I don't ever watch TV, and you do. So
I used to.
It would hurt you and her the most, but I think you get over it, because you'll find that all your shit's on demand.
Well, as long as it's not got commercials in it.
Yeah.
I need to be able to fast forward commercials.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine without TV. We just haven't realized it yet, because we're still the old guard. We grew up without cable a lot of times. Well, at least I did in the household. And
see, that's what I feel like, and I completely get it. DirecTV is getting skyrocket, so I completely get why it's going. I get it. But now we're going to be switching over to Spectrum, which is on Apple TV. Mm-hmm. And what I'm thinking is, like, I feel like I'm going back to the freaking Stone Age.
Yeah, I know.
And, like, I'm going to have to get up in the middle of a commercial break, hurry up and go piss and let the dogs out, whatever the fuck I got to do, and pray to God that I get back in time before it comes up. So, like, I hate commercials. I loved my DVR where I could pause it, or I could fast forward, or I can rewind if I missed a scene, and, whatever. But... Well, it's going to be something to get used to. I'm not even messing with it until DirecTV's gone.
I think we'll be fine with it, and we have DirecTV for at least another couple of weeks. So, unfortunately, another couple of weeks, but we'll see what happens. And I cannot wait to throw that fucking dish in the garbage. It'll be the best moment of my life, getting rid of that fucking piece of shit. But anyway, can we talk about how people in the media, not just like mainstream media, but just like small media, just people that we enjoy listening to, like the Dana Show and your Bobby Boner Show and all these other people that are out there, right? How do they have the nerve to take time off during vacation? Don't they know?
Hold on a second. Why is it the Dana Show, and then you got to knock what the fuck I like?
Because yours sucks.
Your show like sucks. I don't knock the shit that sucks when you listen.
Yeah, you do. You do it all the time. You say, "Oh, I hate that motherfucker." You say that a lot.
Well, you were listening to one woman today. I cannot stand her voice.
Yeah.
It's so high pitched,
squeaky. Well, then it does go both ways. I don't like country
Bobby
music.
Boner Show.
I don't like country music, and he looks like he has Down syndrome, so I don't like him.
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
Just because you have Down syndrome.
Oh my God.
But I don't know. Like I just don't like this show. It's a bunch of people talking over each other, which I think is the most annoying thing on any show in general. And if you've ever listened to the Voices of Misery interviews, whenever someone talks and I'm interviewing them, I try to stop talking immediately, but they will talk over each other a lot, and it's so fucking annoying.
They're not interviewing each other. They're all part of the show.
But I hate that as an interviewer and as a person of the show. Like, I don't like people talking over each other. I think it's very fucking rude and obnoxious and annoying, and it comes off as pretentious. They all think they're important.
What the hell you were saying?
So why do they go on break? I hate it. Like, why can't they just put a bunch of shows in the can and release them as new?
I don't know. It drives me nuts because I said this last time, I think, that my show just takes like snippets that were highly rated throughout the year and throws them into an hour-long episode. And I haven't missed one episode this year, so it's pointless for me to listen to them. Although, I have... But it's just shit I've already heard, so it kind of sucks.
Well, there's been a bunch of shows lately, too, that came out. Like, my show, The Dana Show, she does like a 12-minute clip every day of like a topic that they picked from a hat that she was really good at or funny at or some shit. And it's like, I can't listen to it because I don't want to listen to shit that was already done.
Yeah.
I only want to listen to new news. Like, if I miss an episode or two and it's like Wednesday or Thursday I miss and it's Friday, I'll delete Wednesday and Thursday and listen to Fridays because why do I want to listen to those two if they're just going to be recapped on Friday?
Oh, see, I don't. If I miss an episode, like, it's there, and I can't wait to get to it.
Yeah, but I listen to news shows, so news always changes, and it gets recapped from the previous changes that already took place. So if I'm listening to a Dana Show on Friday, she'll probably loosely comment on Wednesday and Thursday to get to Friday, because Friday was affected by Wednesday and Thursday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I skip those.
Has she been putting out a show with someone else replacing her, or is it just a 12-minute thing and that's it? It's
a little bit of both.
Oh, okay.
She has some dude that sucks that comes on, and then he does like a whole episode, and he really is just not interesting to me. And they should do like a 12-minute clip here and there just to keep people tuned in, like their downloads are going or whatever. But
when are these shows coming back? Is it next week?
Probably.
Please be next week.
Probably the week after next. To be honest with you.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. See, this is what... We can never go on vacation because if we are to someone what Dana Lash and Bobby Bones are to us, I
would hope so.
I don't want them to be suffering. Please, I can't go a whole another week.
Well, the thing is like, we're not big, God. Obviously. We're not big people.
No,
but
fuck that.
Even if we were to become big, what I would want to do is maybe put some shows in the can, like put a few in the can. Like, hey, how about, we're going to do the 80s, 90s, we're going to do 2000s of something or other, and just talk shit about fun topics, and just do the things we normally do. And they'd be like, hey, this is just an episode that we put in the can, but it's something you've never heard before, something different.
Yeah.
Just to keep people entertained and engaged, and not everybody is going to have these extravagant lives where they can just take off for 2 weeks.
We're talking about 2 radio shows.
Yeah.
I don't think they can put something in the can.
I don't know. Well, yeah, kind of, because like the radio shows do podcast versions. So maybe they can do podcast versions of the radio show or whatever. Like maybe just to keep something out there. I don't know. I don't know how that world works. I'm not in that world. I'm just I
don't know, but we are hitting
low life.
Fucking New Year's, and I got shows coming back. I got shows coming back from last year. Like, we just need to get TV back to where it's supposed to be, because it's been the longest 2 or 3 weeks of my life having nothing. Since you've been home, I haven't turned on Netflix. I don't know if stuff's going on there.
Oh, probably
usually
not.
Well, no, I could have sworn something came out. I gotta start looking at that again, because I can always find something on there to watch, whether it's a movie or a show to get into or whatever. I gotta start getting back into Netflix, because that was my jam when you were at work. Well, when I was bored, I would put that on.
You're kind of leading me to a topic I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit.
Oh.
Because I was on, what the fuck's that site? Oh, Reddit today, right? And Reddit has a video game subforum and movie subforum and shit like that, where people are just going to brag about their setups. Like, oh, this is my gaming setup. This is my movie setup. And I'm wondering to myself, like, how do people enjoy shit in life to the point where they have to make, like, a big setup of it? Because, like, we've talked about this before in our personal lives in the past. And, like, this one guy, for instance, he had a really cool room that was, like, Super Mario Brothers. And it was, like, and he had, like, a mural on one side of the wall. He had the Funko Pops on top of this big thing. He had a Nintendo Switch TV set. Like, the TV set looked like the Switch.
The Switch, yeah.
And then he had the controllers on the side that were mounted on the wall next to the TV, so it looked like a Switch on the wall.
That's cool as hell.
It's very cool. But, like, how do people get into shit to that point? And I'm not saying, like, it's like a money thing.
You know, that's money.
I'm sure something, but, like, how do you get so into something where you feel compelled? Because in the past, we could have done something with what we got now. Over the past couple of years, the money that was being made and shit like that. But, like, why didn't we do something like that? And how do you get into that?
Because we were in debt, and we paid it off, and then the debt came back, and then we tried to pay it off. Like, it's just stupid. Life
like a
happens.
cycle? It's just a cycle, I guess.
It's a cycle, and life happens.
So you think people just have too much money in their hands? Or the
you're probably describing someone that lives in their parents' basement and just is decorating.
Can be,
the base. Like, who the fuck knows? Like, you don't know. Like, yeah, if you're living at home with your parents and, like, you don't have to pay rent or nothing, you got your paycheck all to yourself with no kids. I mean, we have kids, we have a family, we have a car, we have a house, we have, like, we have dogs, we have shit that...
But other people have things, too, and they still have shit.
Are you sure that you're describing something that... Does he have money? Something's up there that he's got...
Well, there's a lot of other setups, too, like that. And there's also, like, on a smaller scale, like, people that I listen to their podcasts. Like, I listened to a podcast today while I was in the shower, actually, the Film Frequency podcast with our friends JB and
Why, they got a cool setup?
King Hayes. No, like, they didn't really talk about their setup, but they were just talking about movies, like top 10 movies of the decade.
I know. I have one of those episodes that popped up for me, too.
But I was listening to the episode, and I listened to the full thing. It was a great episode, very entertaining, obviously, right? And I've only seen one of those movies. And I'm like, where the fuck was I this past decade? Why have I not been included in life?
Which one? The Avengers?
Pop culture. No, not even the Avengers. It was the Spider-Man one.
Oh my god, you didn't see that? That was an amazing movie.
No, it wasn't Spider-Man. It was the cartoon Spider-Man movie. I can't even think of the name of it right now. Well, Miles Morales and all that shit.
Okay.
But I've only seen that one movie, and I'm like these guys are talking about the movies passionately, like they know the directors' names and shit. Okay. And I'm not knocking them for that, because I think that's cool. Like, why can't we get into anything where we can just be into shit?
See, I'm horrible with names. You're better at stuff like that. You probably would know a director.
But I just don't watch movies or TV anymore, and it sucks. Well, how do you get back into that stuff? Like, how do people get into things? Like, how do you find out what you want to get into? Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Or me? You were worried. We literally just had this discussion yesterday. That literally, you worked there 9 years. Life flew by. You were full-time the whole time. Yeah.
And it was
horrible hours.
10, 11 hours. And then you worked further away, so it became 12 hours every day. Like, you weren't home. You were never, ever home.
Yeah.
And on your days off, we had to run to the grocery store. We had to actually get shit done that was necessity during those days off. You didn't have any downtime. So, and now you do. That's why you worked this whole decade like constant, and you couldn't watch anything.
I feel like I just wasted so much time, and I know it's not a waste for taking care of your family and shit, but man, like I really envy people.
Yeah, like I think if we get that, because like an idiot, I updated my iPad and the movie app isn't working again. But I guarantee if we get that app working again, you're going to be wanting to watch movies and stuff. But
there are like people out there, just like also the Film Frequency guys, and just people out there on social media that I see all the time that have like these cool setups and cool things. I'm like, man, like I want that. Yeah. I like Batman. I like the Joker. I like Funko Pops once in a while and all this other shit that's going on. You're like, I like this cool shit. I like video games. And slowly but surely, I've been trying to get back into them because we've been playing the past 2 weeks. I've been out of work, and you know, I've been sitting down and actually taking time to breathe, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. Like maybe we can get to a point again where we can have some sort of a balance and maybe like pick and choose what you want to do next. You know, because
that's right. I agree with that.
It's just been really rough. You know, like a very demanding job.
That job sucked the life out of you.
It did.
And by the time you came home, it was such a long day that there was nothing left.
It really did.
There were days where you came home and didn't even talk.
Yeah, because I was so pissed off at the day.
Yeah, and like you wouldn't come out of the room until you like the last second in the morning to go to work. It was just a bad thing, and I think
because it's like you're dreading going to work so bad.
Like you didn't want to get out of bed. Like that's in a job to do that to someone.
Yeah.
Like sucks, and it was good, but you did it because of the money. And
that's
now
the only reason why.
That burden is off of you, and I feel like you can be a little bit more picky and choosy, and we'll figure shit out. And like, maybe you'll be happier.
Maybe
you won't be so damn stressed out. Maybe you can actually fucking sleep and like freaking relax and be home around the kids a little bit more. And just like fucking hell, that was like 8, 9, 10 years of your life, and these kids have grown up.
And the thing is like I think a lot of these people that are out there that have these cool setups and like get to do the things they want to do don't have these high demanding jobs and
no, it took.
But they have jobs. But they have jobs, you know, and like they're doing things they want to do in life and they're happier. And I think that's where I lost a lot of my happiness. And that's maybe why I'm so miserable all the time.
Even when you weren't a manager, because you literally just hit management this year.
This past year, yeah.
Before that, you were still miserable, and
because it was
still
constant stress.
Work.
It was constant stress, and you were treated like a manager when you weren't a manager because I was the union person.
Yeah.
So it was always something. It was always something. So, like I am 100% glad to be out of that job. Like I do love the fact that I'm out, but it's the fear of the unknown and what's next. You know.
Yeah,
and
I get that, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Like
I'm sure we'll be fine.
You need to be. You have to be a little bit pickier and choosier this time, and we have the option to be able to do that. So.
Because we have options available to us now that we didn't have before, and I'm a lot happier now being unemployed than the last time this happened. It happened about like a decade ago or so, where I went to work and they were like, "Yeah, bring your laptop in."
Yeah. And that was a work-at-home job.
It was the weirdest thing because, like, my manager, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to the Philippines for a couple of weeks. I'll be back, guys." And it was like a small work-at-home group, like 8 of us or 10 of us or some shit, right? All right, cool. See you later, man. And we all did our jobs. We all kicked butt. We came back. He's like, "Yeah, I'm back from the Philippines. Great time with my wife." And then what happens? A week or two later, your jobs are being lost to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Because our manager trained them to take our jobs because we were being outsourced because it was a call center job. And it's like,
I understand why he had to do that.
From a business standpoint, yeah.
But how shady.
Very shady.
That you couldn't let your people know that you're going to be gone this amount of time. Like, start looking. You know, something weird's going on. They're sending me here. Like, start looking. Like, you were just like, bring your laptop in. Boom, you're done. Yeah. And that was the last time that this shit happened. And I'm like, what the
funniest thing, though, was like, I saw him at my last job.
Oh,
I was outside smoking a cigarette. This is back before I quit smoking.
Yeah.
I was outside smoking a cigarette. He went to like the Barnes and Noble or some shit next door, and I'm like, "Hey, you fucking!" I went off on him, man. He was horrified.
Well,
he had the fear of God in his eyes. I'm sorry.
We had a crappy apartment.
Yeah.
You had gotten this job that paid good, and we're like, you know what? We got 2 babies now. We got to get to a better house. We have to. They can't live in this. Like we were. and we've described it before, we were in a shithole area with shithole neighbors downstairs. Like, we had to get out. I found this beautiful duplex with a huge yard and a driveway and, like, a whole furnished basement.
It's
like,
still
all
the
sorts
nicest
of
place that we lived.
Beautiful house. Okay, you know what? We can afford this. Mm-hmm. Within a month, lost a job.
Yeah.
We picked that house purposely because it was in a good area and good schools, and we didn't have anything to worry about. You had an office downstairs.
Beautiful office downstairs in the basement.
Fucking hell. Like, it was so perfect that we had 2 cats, and there was a cat door going down to the basement where their litter box and their freaking food was.
Yeah.
It already built in. It was already built in.
It was unbelievable, man.
Like,
it was such
like
a good
the
setup.
most perfect freaking house. And like, a couple
That's
weeks
just how
later,
our luck goes, though.
Fucking collect unemployment. You're done. Oh my god!
They outsourced this rights ability. And my boss was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to the Philippines for vacation." It's like, "All right, cool. You're going to the Philippines," and everyone congratulated him. "Yeah, man, good job. Good job. You take care of the wife."
Yeah.
And he comes back, and we're all fucked. You know, like, dude, like, why can't this companies be more transparent? Like, they needed us to fill in for the 2 weeks he was training his new people. You know,
that was
it's
a nice
like,
job. You were working at home.
Yeah, it was
so
nice,
I'm hoping
man.
that you can hopefully find something like that again. But if not, that's all right. But like working at home, that was really sweet.
It was such a cool.
You would come
gig.
upstairs and be like, "I'm on break, real quick."
Yeah, I'd be smoking a cigarette.
So nice.
I'd be smoking in the basement, be drinking. Like, I would come up, grab beers, bring them back down. It was pretty cool, man. It was a really cool job.
That was nice. And those were back in the days where like we gamed and we gamed hard.
Yeah,
playing games all the time.
It was a freaking fun place.
But
and,
we were younger too. Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago.
Oh my god, much younger because it was
fucking old and fucking have no energy to do shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the energy to do shit. It's just the
I
care,
had no interest,
the wherewithal. I guess I don't know.
I had no interest to do any of it anymore.
So let me ask you this question. So I was in the shower this morning. I started singing a song, and I wanted to ask you this.
What?
Is there anything in the shower that you sing? Are there any songs that you sing? So you don't sing in the shower?
I listen to my podcast.
So you're really not a shower singer?
No. No. Who sings in the fucking shower? Like, I know
Everybody?
it's in movies and TV.
Everybody?
I never did. Maybe if I listened to the radio and a song came on, I would be getting down with it in the shower.
So you're telling me that every time you're in the shower, you have a radio or something going?
I always, even if it's not like
Really?
my favorite podcast, it's always like, the other day I was taking a shower in here and I had News AF playing.
That's like, very interesting because I never listen to shit in the shower. It's very rare.
Really?
Like maybe like
you're the one that told me to do it.
Maybe like 25% of the time I take a shower, there's something in the background, but it's not often. But when I'm in the shower, I like to have my own thoughts because my thoughts override what I'm listening to in the background because the water's too loud in the background.
I didn't know if I have my own thoughts, like I probably won't leave the shower. So,
but I'm sitting there.
Podcast on.
I'm sitting there singing songs in the shower this morning and having a good old time.
What the fuck were you singing? I didn't hear. I couldn't get in the room.
Every little step I take. I'm sitting there singing Bobby Brown in the shower this morning. And I'm just sitting there doing a little dance and shit. Every little step dance in the shower. I'm having a good old time, man. It was just a great time in the shower.
Without the radio on?
Yeah, I don't need the radio because, like, you don't understand, like, the way my brain works.
No.
I get beats. I get everything in my head.
Oh, hell
so I'm
no.
sitting there. I got the video. I got the girls doing the little fucking every little step walk next to the big ass letters that spell every little step.
Oh my
I got this whole thing going on in my head. And I'm sitting there singing in my head this morning, and I'm singing out loud, and I was having a good old time, man. So
there's something wrong with you. That happened to me.
Jesus Christ, you really took this long to figure that shit out.
Wow, I wish that would happen to me because, like, seriously, I can't.
No, you don't. It's a curse. It's a curse more than anything else. You wake up in the morning and there's thoughts are already just boom, boom, boom. It's like a bunch of people waiting in line for someone to come back from lunch. Okay, so this is exactly what my brain is like. Okay, so if I happen to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself at the DMV, and you're next in line. She just finishes up with that person and puts the out the lunch sign in front of your face right when you walk up there, right? But you're nice, you're patient. You're standing there until she eats her lunch, comes back. She pulls that sign open and says open for business, and you walk up and start telling her your story. That's what my brain's like when I'm asleep. Out the lunch, immediately, boom, and someone's saying, hey, and then, like, you're hearing that shit. That's what happens when I wake up. That's what happens when I wake up. The second I wake up, that's what happens. It's like someone's waiting for me to open up my open for business sign, and then boom, there you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The second my fucking eyes open, the brain shuts on.
I hear you put a podcast on, though, before you go in there.
What do you mean?
I always hear it because it gets louder the closer you get to the door.
Not all the time.
I don't know. Like, I get pissed off if I take a shower and I don't have any podcast to listen to. Like, I need some type of noise. I don't know. Like, that happened probably about a year ago that I have to listen to something in the shower. And I could have sworn that I think you brought home like a waterproof speaker or something.
I did at one point.
And you're like, well, this goes in the shower. You can listen to your stuff in there.
It was supposed to get hung above the shower thing, but for some reason
head.
It's gone now. I don't know what happened to it. I might have given it away or
something. Gave
it
away.
We probably did.
But like ever since then, it's like I don't want to take a quiet ass shower. I need something playing in the background now.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know.
All right, well, let's do something for our affiliates here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break and come right back off the flip side. But listen to this commercial, please. I implore you to. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Voices of Misery podcast. I'm, of course, a nerd, and I want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? Huh? Have you? Because if you have ever wanted to start your own podcast, I do have the place for you. Podbean.com. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys have been good to us, and we are good to them, and we are good to you, our fellow listeners. We love you guys, man, and we want you guys to be successful just like we have been. So we want you guys to start up your own podcast at Podbean, and please take it upon yourselves to try it out for free. You know, like there's a lot of different providers out there, but I want you guys to try this one for free because they are the best, the easiest, and the most accessible podcast provider out there. Please go to www.podbean.com/VOMPODCAST10 and start your own podcast. You'll get your first month free. Unlimited downloads. As much shit as you want to talk. You can even come on our show if you use this code VOMPodcast10 and start your own podcast. We will have you on our show to talk about your experience as a podcaster yourselves and just kind of just shoot the shit back and forth, man. The thing is, it's like this podcast provider has been so good to us. We've been featured for 11 out of the 12 months we've been on there. Top 10 podcasts of the year for TV and film. Everything's been great. We love them. They love us, and we love you. So let's all love each other and have a menage a three, man. Until then, please go to www.podbean.com/VOMPodcast10 and start your own podcast because everyone has a voice. Everyone deserves to be heard, and we want to hear you, just like you hear us every single week here at the Voices of Misery podcast. Later. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for listening to that little bit of information. I really hope you guys will take that to the grave with you, or whatever.
Take it to the grave. So morbid, man.
I'm always morbid, man. Like that's where my head goes first. Foremost, obviously. You know, I can't take my eyes off your chest more than normal today.
Shut up, because I'm wearing Beck's. I'm wearing
You're
Becky
wearing
Lynch.
That Becky Lynch shirt with her beautiful face.
I hate the shirt.
I get all three views of her face, left, right, front, forward. It's the prison,
it's the mugshot.
The
one.
Atlanta, Georgia PD mugshot T-shirt, and I love that shirt.
I hate this shirt. I had it because it was too big for you.
It was very big. Yeah.
Okay, very big.
No.
It's an extra large.
No, because like I bought a medium T-shirt. It came in like 3XL or some shit. It came on huge.
Yeah, well.
For some reason, like they just screwed up that size.
Whatever. So no, I mean it's soft. So. And I like Becky. It just I don't like. I hate this mugshot. I hate this picture.
Love it. But the fact of the matter is, like, we're kind of segueing into what I wanted to talk about next.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Perfectly what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, please not the wedding.
No.
Okay,
no, I love wrestling. When did being thick become the new norm? Because this is something that kind of happened in the past 10 years. This kind of happened in the past decade here, right?
Yes.
We're being thick, and like I remember because we're both
thick.
older.
That's not. You're taking it out. No, you're thinking something different.
No. I think it's going on the right path.
If it's a normal, regular person.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah.
Are you saying thick as in thick or thick as in like overweight?
Well, the thing about thick in general is subjective, which is where a lot of people on the internet have a hard time comprehending.
Okay, because
it's subjective.
Thick to me isn't overweight.
No.
It's not skinny. It's like in between skinny and obese. Like you could be thick but still good looking.
When I was a kid, the ideology of a hot woman was like Chrissy Brinkley. You know, like a thin blonde.
I've heard her name, but I can't picture
like
her.
A very thin waist, pancake ass, and like somewhat decent tits, but a cute face, right? And you know, like that's what hot was back then. And then something happened in the 2000s, and like even in the 90s, where when you're looking at Baywatch, you're looking at Pamela Anderson. She had like huge tits, like huge fake tits, beautiful face.
So thick,
but no ass.
Could be, I don't know her name. She's got dark hair, and she made the cover, and it was a huge deal. She's
Ashley Graham?
Yes, that to me is thick.
I think she would be thick.
Yeah, she's thick.
If I had to put a definition, like my nerd stamp on.
But I think
thick,
what you're referring to, that's not thick.
Well, you got to look at like society now, and like some people are saying thick is like. To put it in wrestling terminology, let's say like Alexa Bliss. I don't think she's thick. I think she's meaty.
She's got some thick thighs.
Yeah, for her size. But like she's just
But she's tiny.
Yeah, but she's small. But if she was 6 foot, she'd be thin as a rail. You know. But like she's just built well for her size. But there's certain people out there that are like really thick, which is what you would think thick would be. Like I think Bailey's thick, but I think she can go south real quick. Because she's got that soft belly, she's got a big old butt, you know, but like she could definitely go south.
You're so stupid.
She could definitely go south. Just imagine if someone puts a baby in her, man, she's done. She's done. She's never coming back to that body.
Oh God,
she ain't never coming back to that body.
Is thinking you go Bailey's thick. No, she's skinny, man.
I don't know, man. Like
she's got thick thighs and a fucking big ass. That doesn't make you thick.
But like there's something that happened culturally where the most attractive woman would be, you know, like a certain body type. You know, like Michelle Pfeiffer was a sexy woman back then. And then nowadays, you look at Michelle Pfeiffer, it's like, who's that? We want Kim Kardashian. We want these big old fucking Instagram model butts.
She was on something. Entertainment Tonight, I believe. They were doing like the year in review and like, you know, who they talked to and whatever. That girl, like, I understand that people think she's hot or whatever, and I'm not saying she's not pretty. She's pretty.
She used to be
but
when she was young.
Her body is so jacked up
Ridiculous.
To me, and I have
ridiculous.
As a female, I have no problem discussing with you who I think is good looking on the female side. Right? We discuss diva wrestlers. We discuss people who you have a thing for. I have no problem saying like who I think is good looking or who I. Her body is so jacked the fuck up that I don't understand how, and it's all fake. It is all fake. So I don't understand how that could be so attractive. It boggles my mind how that is so attractive. I just don't get it.
When Kim was like
how did she find pants? Like how did she find anything to wear?
She makes her own. They got the Kardashian pants, but when she was young, she had a very beautiful face.
Oh, see, I still think her face is pretty.
She had like that Princess Jasmine, like fucking like weird, like you're not white, but you're not ethnic, kind of like weird, like Persian like princess look or some shit. Like she looked like she could have played Princess Jasmine back in the day, right? And then her body, like, got this hourglass figure. Like, oh my God, she had a great body.
But it's like beyond hourglass. It's
but
like
now it's ridiculous.
Hourglass exaggerated.
Yeah, it's way too much.
She has no waist. I don't know how she can breathe.
And the fact of the matter is, like, all these women, they look at her as a leader.
Yeah, and that's not good.
Well, she made $1 billion off her ass, and her sisters are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And all these women out there that are Instagram influencers, because like that is the new career. Like you can't become a fucking produce manager at your local supermarket. You have to now be a Instagram influencer. And what better way to do it? By having a big old ass. And now you have to do all this crazy shit to yourself and inject yourself with all these weird fucking plastics and shit to get these bodies that are unattainable by normal human beings.
Wasn't it at one time people were injecting cement?
Oh yeah.
Were they doing that at one time?
Oh yeah, they were.
I don't know
they
who
were doing
did that, but I remember a news story where people were like literally injecting cement into their ass. Like who the fuck?
These were the people in Mexico or some shit like that, where they were doing it in basements. And do you remember?
Oh my God!
There was like some black kid. He was like 18 years old who fooled all these people into thinking he was like a surgeon.
Like he was a doctor.
Yeah, we saw this on the news not too long ago. And he was doing it to people, and people were injecting their asses with fucking cement, whatever it's like you want to call it.
And lips, too, I think, too.
Oh, yeah. And, that's what they did.
I just don't...
Because for some reason, the plumper, the better. I don't know if it makes you look more fertile or whatever. But but like the thing is, like, if you look at a woman, a real woman, and if I see a woman walk in a bar looking like Kim Kardashian... But if I see a woman with big hips that just has big hips because they just have big hips, like you're going to look at the one with big hips because that's natural, and I guess like you can kind of just tell who's real and who's fake. And there comes a time and a place where too fake is too fake, man. I don't know why these bitches get so much fucking attention.
I feel like her ass is getting bigger.
It's too much.
Or her waist is getting small. Dude. Something's happening. Because I feel like
both.
They showed her yesterday, and she had no waist. I guarantee if I put both my hands, not my arms, my hands, you can
probably choke her waist.
Yeah, but like that's how small her waist is, and that's not natural. Like, how are you standing? I don't understand it.
Not at all.
And she sits there and wears like her stilettos and like, I don't. I don't know.
I mean, like, there's nothing natural about that family, and good for her. Like, do you think she feels healthy?
That's what she wants. That makes her happy.
That's puts her money in her pocket. But like, when is enough enough? So when do you think like she's like, hey, you know what? I had the fake ass for this long. I had the fake waist and all this shit.
Well, how much is she?
I'm a billionaire.
I don't think she's a billionaire. I think her sister's a billionaire.
Her sister's a billionaire, but she's got a lot of millions in the bank. She has enough where she doesn't have to do shit anymore.
Well,
when do you shut it down?
That's what I'm saying. How much is she spending? Maybe she can't shut it down yet.
Like, when do you shut it down, though? So,
because I would have shut it down way before this. I would have been like, you know what? I got hundreds of millions of dollars, and like, you know what? Fuck you all. let's say, for instance, right, like the Voices of Misery podcast. This podcast right here made us $100 million, right? We went and bought $90 million worth of shit immediately. Then we would have to keep going.
Like, wait a second. No. We got to stop because we can't go much further because what if it ends? Because, like, the way my brain works, it will never stop. What happens when it all stops? So we would hit that amount and then be like, all right, we got $10 million in the bank. Let's slow it down and downsize and quit.
She's our age, so we're going to see her downfall.
Yeah. Oh,
because she will have one.
Oh, she'll definitely have one.
I mean, if she makes it to 70, 80 years old, it'll be interesting what her body looks like at that point. Oh, my God,
her ass will be so horrible.
She's not going to look like this forever.
No.
So we will see her downfall. Something's going to happen, whether it's all the implants and stuff that are going to end up hurting her health-wise in the long run.
Sure.
Or she's just going to be the weirdest-looking elderly woman ever. We're gonna see it because we're the same age.
She has some very thin legs with this big old donkey ass.
I thought she had thick thighs. No?
Well, not in comparison to her ass anymore. Like, her ass is getting so much bigger than the rest of her. Yeah. And there was a picture of her on like some island in Mexico or some shit. And they took like some candid pictures of her that she got upset about and sued the photographer about.
I'm sure she was really upset.
Well, no, she did because like they weren't very flattering pictures. And her
cellulite
ass,
or something.
Yeah, it was cellulite filled and just disgusting pictures. Like this, like if you're eating a salad at lunch,
you can see where the implants are.
You were going to puke if you look at these pictures, and they were so bad. So she got upset, and I think she sued him or whatever. Man, it was just such a really bad look. Because the thing is, it's like...
to me, she's a very pretty girl.
She's very good-looking, good looking woman. She could have been fine without those implants.
Yeah, enough is enough. Like, she has a pretty face. Just stop.
She was very pretty.
I'm telling you, I'm very curious what the next 20, 30 years is she's gonna look like, because it's gonna be interesting.
The whole family's fucked, though. Like, you got like one guy pretending he's a woman.
When did the plastic surgery trend start? Because, I mean, you always feel like...
So that's a loaded question. I think, like, the 90s.
You always feel like you don't know the risks you're taking until, like, years and years later of the health risks, you know? She has done so much. Like, what is going to happen to her body, in the next 10 years? Mm-hmm. Like, because when it was first going on, I guarantee because they find out stuff all the time.
It's safe.
Oh, this drug is fine.
Yeah.
Or this surgery is fine, this cosmetic surgery. But then 20 years from now, like, I remember when my grandfather first had, why can't I think of the name? They fix his eyes. What is that? Laser surgery.
Cataract or LASIK?
LASIK surgery. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And it lasted 10 years. That's it. but he got it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And, like, they thought it would last forever. Lasted 10 years, and he went blind. You know, like, that's... The thing is, when shit first comes out, they think one thing, and then years and years later, they find out something else. So I'm really curious to know what the fuck she's going to look like in the end. Like, are her implants going to go down to her thighs? Like, what's going to happen?
Her fucking ankles are going to have each ass cheek on them or some shit. You know, like, it's just going to be so weird.
I mean, she's obviously... Her ass is getting bigger, so is she replacing them, getting them more injections?
Her ass is just... Because the thing is, like, she's known for her ass. Like,
is she going to sit down and her ass is going to bust? Like,
yeah, like, how do you sit?
I
And,
don't
like,
know.
why is it women? The thing is, like, why is it women? Because, like, you never hear about a guy
I guarantee...
getting dick implants.
Okay, they probably can't do that yet, but I guarantee they get pec implants or bicep implants.
Oh,
or,
yeah, they get pec implants. Because, like,
six-pack
there were
implants
certain people, and The Rock was one of them that got his boobs reduced because he had big old titties. Mm-hmm. He got them reduced because he didn't know how to do the right workouts or whatever, and he got them reduced. But, like, you don't hear about male athletes or wrestlers or anybody getting dick implants. Like, okay, so I had a 4-inch dick, now I got a 10-inch dick. Like,
I don't think they can do that.
They can do certain things, apparently, but they can't make it natural. For some reason, the dick is like a hard thing but I mean, like, it's something very delicate that they can't fix right yet.
So, my thing is, when she sits down...
It's too intricate.
Is it like sitting on a waterbed? Like, that's not me being, like...
Probably is. It probably is.
Like,
it probably
I would like to know. Like, it's implant... Like, those are huge.
That's a very good
implants.
analogy. It's a very good analogy.
Is it like sitting on a water... Or does it just feel natural? Like,
And
I don't
all
know.
of them, and
I don't
all
have
of
implants
the
on
sisters,
anything.
all of the sisters get them. They all get those butt
Like, what does
implants.
that
Because,
feel
look
like?
at Kylie, look at Kendall especially.
I can't tell them apart. I'm glad you can. I can tell Chloe and Kim.
I
That's
think Kylie's the billionaire. And she's the one that got the big ass out of nowhere. And it's like, okay, so now you're hot, you've got the big ass, and all of a sudden, okay, all right, so something happened there. So she's doing something.
But I feel like I don't know, like, what does it feel like to sit down?
It's got to feel like sitting in the waterbed, like you're sliding off the chairs you're sitting in, or I'm sure something weird happens.
Do you get air bubbles?
Something weird because, like, it's not natural. You know, it's not natural. It's not what you've been born and what you've been bred with.
Has one bust like Charlotte's? Remember Charlotte's
her implant bust? Yeah,
breast implant busted. Can you imagine?
But isn't it nice to have the option? Isn't it nice to have the option as a woman to just, like, make yourself better?
I guess that I mean, even if we had the money, like.
Because,
I
like,
don't.
I have, like, your tits are big enough. There's some pretty big ass titties, right?
They're big enough for what?
Exactly. Like I'm not a tit guy. I'm really not. But the thing is, it's like,
no.
as a man, you can't do anything to enhance yourself. You can't.
See, I'm the type of person that I don't like people cutting into me.
Yeah.
I've had C-sections. That's as far as I've ever gone under the knife. Well, in mouth surgery. But to I don't know, to look better, I can't, like, because you go in there and you go under the knife, like, something could fuck up.
Of course. Like, the doctor might be having a bad day, they might be pissed off and be hungover. You don't know what the hell is going on with them.
I'm always glass half empty type of person. So even if we had money, I would not, like, I just can't, no, because I'm always thinking, like, the worst thing is going to fucking happen.
Of course.
I'm gonna go in there,
and it will happen to us.
Yeah, like, no, I went in there for a couple C-sections. That's good. I mean, obviously, if I get older and I need a surgery, but no damn plastic surgery to look better. Like, fuck that. No. That's just not me.
Well, I mean, just to have the option, though, because, like, just as a woman has the option.
I get it, but...
And to me, that's not fair, because, like, some women...
I mean, men have, like, liposuction and shit like that, too.
No, it's not that. Like, men don't give a shit about being fat. They care about the size of their dicks.
Oh,
and the
my
thing
God,
is...
get off your dick.
But the thing is, like, women can just be born and be like, hey, just fuck me. I'll spread my legs. You just put it up in it, right?
Oh, my God.
No big deal. But if women are like, oh, I have small tits, the guy doesn't like my tits, I can get bigger ones. I can get a bigger butt.
Okay,
but
first
you
of all,
guys
if that
have
happens,
all the options.
move the fuck on.
Yeah, but you guys have all the options.
Oh my God.
And men don't.
You don't like the way my body looks? Fucking move on. Seriously.
Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly. And I think that's an
it.
important topic to talk about here because I think people need to understand that if you're not the ideal size or whatever the hell your partner wants you to be, find another one.
Yeah. There's someone
Don't
out there that will
spend money altering yourself. There's someone for everyone. I've been saying that for years now. I've been saying this since the beginning of the podcast. There's someone for everyone. And you don't have to fuck yourself up, you know? And
no.
The thing is, it's like there's other ways to please your partner. There's other ways to do whatever you got to do, and just fucking make it work, you know? And if it's not good for them, then move on. Because like don't self-mutilate, you know? And there's a lot of things that, and I wonder if any Christians are listening to this podcast and the reason why I asked this, because you gave me that look about Christians and you heard religion come out of my mouth, you heard it coming. So self-mutilation, if a Christian doesn't like the way they look, and there's a lot of Christians out there that get breast implants, and they don't believe in pro-choice or anything like that, but they believe in breast implants and ass implants and dick implants and all other weird shit.
It's not just Christians, that's everybody.
Yeah, but I like to pick on Christians.
I know, so stop. Why?
Because
stop.
I like to pick on them.
Oh my God.
So if you're a Christian and you don't believe in pro-life, but you do believe in pro-choice as far as your body goes, as far as like you changing the way God made you originally, then what gives you the right to give other people options? You know, like not options, but like give them, you know, preconceived notions on what you want them to do with themselves. So there you go. I have to reach across the table and hold your hand because...
all right, moving on.
All right, so our next topic is Lizzo.
See, that's where I thought you were going into.
Well,
and then we went into this whole plastic surgery bullshit.
Well, Lizzo, okay, so Lizzo is a BBW, a big, beautiful woman, or big Bubanesque woman, or whatever the fuck they call themselves nowadays. Bubanesque, whatever the fuck they call themselves, right? So she is a large woman who sings music, apparently. I've never heard of her before until the last week, until this fucking award show shit came out of nowhere.
I first heard of her.
I don't watch TV.
I first heard of her a couple months ago.
Okay.
Never knew who the fuck she was. I think I saw her a week and a half ago. And I think she raps. I'm not sure.
I think so,
but like she's
too.
like the hottest thing right now. Like she's the biggest new thing, and I've never heard of her until like a couple months ago. So I have no idea. But like, where are you going with this?
Well, my thing is this.
She did something,
this is a two-part question, and we can get a little controversial again, or we can either stay on the straight and narrow.
But I think she did something that brought it to our attention. I can't remember what the fuck
There's a couple things she did that brought it to our attention. But my thing is this. And I don't know if you want to get controversial or not in this show. Because, like, that's what we're known for, getting controversial a little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, you know, like, why does one person have to get hot? And that's all you fucking hear about. Like, why can't multiple people get hot? They have to latch on one person, and then they make that person of the year, you know? Like, we all have to gather around this person. Even though necessarily not the most talented person. Because this Lizzo person is not talented. They're not good. They suck.
Wait. See? That's your opinion.
I think so.
We don't listen to that music. Yeah. So we don't know. Like, she could... I mean, people love her, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think she did something, though. She did something. She wore a really short skirt. She did something. She did something
where she wore like an assless outfit or some shit at some award show. And she is a very large woman.
Okay, and people... said that okay, this is
You're
all right.
So brave.
This is what we can talk about. I'm not getting into her kind of music because that's, I mean, to each your own. But she did some kind of assless thing, had her ass hanging out, and for some reason, because it's her, that's okay.
Because she's a very large woman.
But if Taylor Swift went out there and did that,
Yep, she's body shaming everyone else.
And that's the only one I could think of right at this second. She's very skinny. She's a pop star.
Because you love her.
Well,
obviously.
Like, I don't know people's names.
Yeah,
but like, if she went out there with assless freaking pants or whatever the fuck and had her ass hanging out, people would be ripping her a new one.
Of course. Oh my God, she's body shaming because she's thin. So, are you telling me that thin people can't celebrate themselves, but fat people can? Because, and this is where I see complete bullshit, because I don't give a fuck, because I was fat and I was skinny.
Right.
And the thing is, like, when I was fat, I said I want to get better. Mm-hmm. And being better meant getting in better health. And being better health scientifically means getting skinny. You know, like, I'm not a fucking delusional asshole. I'm not a scumbag because I did things the right way. I did things the way that people normally would get skinny. And the fact of the matter is like, hey, I know that eating anything you want doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you skinny. It doesn't make you anything else. So I did my thing my way. So I'm just speaking from I'm just speaking from experience, right? Mm-hmm. This fucking bitch Lizzo is expunging this lifestyle of, hey, I'm a fat chick who's happy being fat, which is fine. If you're happy being fat, then be happy being fat, but don't express this as a way of living life. Because that's not a healthy way of living life. It's not a good way to live your life.
Okay, well, see, and then I have a problem with what you just said there.
All right, well,
because
then, go ahead. This is why we have the show.
Then you're saying that people have to be skinny.
I don't think they have to be skinny, but
and
they have to be healthy.
Then you're putting up skinny people on magazines and stuff, and then little girls have to look at that, and then they have to. So, like, you're saying,
I understand. No,
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Whether you were skinny or fat or sick or whatever the fuck, I don't want to see it. Like, why are you doing that? Can you just have some respect for your body and fucking cover the fuck up?
There is a double standard in America. Where...
I just know. I wear a t-shirt and you don't see me going out there fucking showing my goddamn ass. I don't have my freaking jeans down my hips with the freaking thong hanging out.
Yeah.
I respect my body. Can people do that?
Well, there is a double standard in America.
Without getting attention for it.
But there's a double standard in America where, like, the hottest chick in America, let's say, like, Becky Lynch comes outside wearing a thong, and, like, people will body shame her, right? Like, oh, well, why are you doing this? Why are you making everyone else feel bad? But if Nia Jax does it, oh, my God, she's so brave. She's the most bravest person of all the bravest people of all the bravest people of all time, you know? And
I get...
She'll get applauded.
I do get what you're saying, but at the same time, can you please, like, just fucking... Why are you showing why are people doing it?
People are doing it for attention, and people want attention because they know they can get currency in certain ways. And
apparently,
if you're fat,
I'm a fucking complete prude because I don't want to see that shit.
Well, I don't want to see it either, but the thing is like, if you're fat and you show your ass, you are praised as a hero and brave.
Right, and if you're skinny, you're a slut.
You're a slut, or, oh my God, this cunt did this. I can't believe she did that. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you could accept it one way because you're not threatened, accept it the other way because you are threatened. You know, like, this person may be better looking than you. Who gives a shit? You know, I don't give a fuck. But the fact of the matter is like, we just can't accept one side or the other.
There was one actor, and I think, I could be wrong, and you can correct me because you know people's names, but I'm almost positive, I can only see the back of him, that it was Ben Affleck. And he was on a beach, and they were criticizing him for some huge-ass back tattoo.
Ben Affleck, yeah. It was Ben Affleck.
Okay. But, like, this isn't about his weight or anything, but, like, he has some tattoo that obviously meant something to him, right? You get a tattoo because you like it. And they, like, went up and down his ass because of a freaking tattoo. Like, I don't understand why people have to talk about the way people look.
Why do they care?
At all, period. Like, it's just, like, obviously he wanted that tattoo. It took hours and hours to do. Like, why are you taking pictures and, like, shaming him for it?
Well, the thing is, like, why do people care about other people's appearances?
I don't give a shit. I just, like, if you're half naked, I don't want to see it. Like, why can't you just, like, my thing is if you have to put some clothes on, and otherwise, like, I just, why do people take pictures of it and put it on the internet and have to comment?
Like, my thing is this, like everyone now feels like they're a fucking reporter, or they feel like they're important in some way or another because they have a camera.
Money for these stupid photos.
They have a camera, they have a phone, they have something in their hands that can give them currency in some way or another. And if I can go to a beach and I can see, like, Jennifer Aniston getting spread eagle, getting fucked by some random stranger.
Oh, God.
And then, hey, that's money in my pocket, right? Like, I'll take that picture and I'll send it somewhere because I can make money off of it.
But it's so messed up that they even exploit that. Of course it is. But if people can remove that currency somehow by saying, hey, you know what, we don't care anymore, we're not going to follow this shit, maybe people won't do it. I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think there will ever be a day where that doesn't happen.
People have this weird curiosity with the rich and famous that they just can't replace with something else. Why do you care what someone rich is doing? Why can't we remove the rich people from society in general?
Here's the thing, and I'm guilty of reading the tabloid covers when I'm in line at the store. But I don't ever buy the magazine because 90% of them are lies.
Yeah.
Let's get that out there.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Like, I mean, I've seen interviews where they're like, yeah, I'm pregnant for the 90th time, you know? Like, just stupid shit. Like, it's all lies. But I do read them. You can't not read them or look. You see someone's face on a tabloid, you're just gonna look. So I get it. But, like, I just don't understand why I don't know. I guess certain things I'm just like, it boggles my mind. Like, why can't you get them when they're doing fucking charity work? Because
exactly.
A lot of them do.
Well, some people, and I think the ones that are doing the charity work are setting themselves up to get pictures taken of that in general. So, like, Joel Osteen, for example, will be like, oh, Joel Osteen is doing all this shit. He's waving at the camera as someone's giving him a dollar bill.
You go right to the scumbag. I was thinking,
he's a fucking cunt, but still.
I was thinking, like, Matt Damon with the clean water. Or, like, you know, there are people out there building homes. And there's people out there doing, like,
but there's
good
also,
stuff.
if you Google celebrities that do things without being asked, they have tons of them are out there.
Yeah.
That just do things and just spend their money. Like George Clooney is one of them, where he doesn't ask for publicity,
and he just does it.
He just does it, and you know what? This guy's giving away half of his fucking like whatever money he made, just because he likes the causes he's going towards. And you know what? Good for him. And I appreciate him more than any other actor in Hollywood.
Some NFL players and NBA players that go back to their hometown and give like basketball shoes or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see that once a year.
Yeah, because like with the only ones that I'm a photo up my own personal photographers here because I'm doing this, you know, and like you're fucking waving at the camera at the same time, and it's just bullshit.
It's just like, why can't we concentrate more on the good stuff than like the trashy shit? I'm not.
But people
a
are
trashy
looking
person. I don't want to see it.
And this is where the last topic that I have for tonight is, and it's likes on social media. And I think it all ties in together. Yeah, but I think it all ties in together. The topic we're talking about now is like people want likes. They want likes. They want retweets. They want relikes or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They want those retweets. They want those likes on social media because like for some reason a like equals like some kind of currency that they can't replace with their own personal life. So someone doesn't like them in real life, but their fans like them because they posted a picture of them doing something that they already staged for themselves. You know what I mean? So, like, if we went to the liquor store and there was, like, 3 homeless guys outside and we gave them each a bottle of whiskey and they were smiling and said, hey, look, they bought us a bottle of whiskey. And they were smiling and giving us a thumbs up. And we posted it on social media. Hey, we helped these homeless guys out. And people would like that, you know? But would that make you feel better that people like that picture? Like, we don't give a shit about that.
See, you're asking me, and you already know that I don't give a crap. That's not me.
I don't know. Like, why do people care so much about like? Why is that such a currency?
I think because we've
been down for so long.
I don't know if it's that we were down for so long or that we were brought up differently. We were brought up before computers were around. It didn't matter. That whole thing, like, none of that mattered. It was when computers were around, like, I was, like, late teens, early 20s with the AOL and the stupid fucking MySpace and, like, stupid dumb shit. Yeah. There was no Twitter. There was no Instagram or Snapchat or fucking TikTok or this and that and this and that. That's a completely different generation, and I don't understand half of it. Just so I could care less. I don't need your fucking like or your stupid fucking comment. Just whatever. Because you could put something up there, and then some freaking troll could come in and just say, like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing that for? Like, no, I just, like, rather not.
And it's not just that, too. Like, once you reach a certain level of credibility, these people can go back in your history and find one little thing that you might have said that might trigger someone else that ruins your entire existence as it is.
Yep.
So it's like, when do we stop this bullshit? Like, is this ever going to stop, or is this always going to be a thing?
Poor Kevin Hart this year,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like twice. 3 times.
Did it?
Yeah, like he had like the Indian thing, he had something else and something else or whatever.
Oh, his fucking poor son wanted Cowboys and Indians.
Exactly. Like something innocent that his son wanted.
Took it the wrong way.
These people are fucking scumbags. Like, if they don't like you for whatever reason, and no one will ever 100% like you, they will find one thing wrong that you said and try to cancel you because they're fucking cancel cunts. The CCs of America. The cancel cunts. And that's what they do. That's just what they do. They look for any reason to cancel anybody. Why is that? Are they so fucking miserable in their own fucking lives? Because everyone that wants to cancel someone else has 1,000 skeletons in their fucking closet. I guarantee you that. Because there's a couple people that I would want to see canceled. But I'm like, I can't go after them because I got a couple skeletons in my closet, you know? But it's like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to be that kind of scumbag. Do you have? I'm just saying, like, I'm not that kind of scumbag, you know? Like, that's just not how I would do things. Like, if you're going to sit there and try to go at someone, then have a conversation with them. Don't try to bring up skeletons from their closet from fucking 10 years ago. You know, and like, there's a lot of shit going on right now where people are just going after each other for things that they just have no reason to go after them for.
Because, well, when did social media start happening? 10 years ago. Yeah,
no, longer than that, because we've been together for quite a long time.
There was no damn Twitter and all that shit back then.
There was MySpace, but...
Yeah, well, that's gone.
MySpace was
Good luck
a
finding
harmless
anything
one.
on there.
It was a harmless one, yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, so... Whatever.
People are fucking dirtbags, you know, man. And yeah, like this whole thing just kind of went south, and I just don't understand why people are looking to destroy each other instead of trying to bring each other up. And if we keep going down the path we're going down, you're going to look at people just trying to constantly, and like, you can see like an employee getting hired by an employer, and 2 weeks later that employee will be trying to tear down that employer because of
the problem is
pre-grabbed information or whatever the fuck it is, you know?
When you get interviewed for a job now, they look for you on social media. They Google your name.
Oh, yeah.
They find you and they figure out like if you're a good fit or not. It's no longer just an interview. Go in and like talk and like go over your credentials. You leave that interview office, they are writing your name down, and later that day they're going to check you out on social media. What the fuck is that person been posting? What kind of pictures? Are they a partier? Are they this? Are they that?
Are they going to ruin me in the long run?
Yeah, like, seriously, like, you got to be careful. Like, you can't... God, I don't know. Everything's based on social media now, and I hate that. I hate that that's the way the world is.
This whole thing's a fucking mess, man, and I'm sick and tired of it, but... You know what? It's 2019. We're going to be in 2020.
Only for a couple hours. A couple more hours, man.
A couple more hours. So we got about 6 more hours before we hit 2020. Is there anything you want to change? Is there anything you think will change?
Nothing's going to change. It's all going to be downhill.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be worse, too, because Trump is still in office.
Who's going to die next year?
Oh, God.
Maybe that's a bad topic.
If I had to guess, who's going to die?
Perry fucking died this year, man. That was the biggest death for me. I was very sad. It's
probably one of mine next, so probably Harrison Ford, because he's like 80.
Don't say that. He's not done with Indiana Jones yet.
Yeah, I kind of hope he was, though, because those movies are getting worse and worse. How
old is Vince McMahon?
Oh, shit. He needs to die. He needs to fucking die, because he sucks ass and he's ruining wrestling.
Who else is around that's...
I don't know, but we'll see who dies, because like the whole death pool thing is kind of weird.
Every year I feel like it's someone that I like.
Yeah. Well, hopefully someone I like dies. So hopefully Vince McMahon dies, because like I really like him.
And but maybe wrestling would be a little better.
I kind of want him to go a little bit, because he fucking ruins wrestling each year. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I guess it's really bad to wish for death in general. So
well, no, I'm just thinking like every year there's one death that shocks the shit out of me. Like I'm like blindsided. Like wait, what the fuck? What the fuck happened?
Ric Flair,
dude, he's ready. Like he's shit ready. Keeps happening to him.
He's not looking too good, man. He's looking pretty sick.
I'm trying to think of people off of wrestling, and I can't think of anybody. But this year, like I don't think. Like celebrity wise and all that shit, I don't think people are going to change, man. Social media is not going to change. It's going to be a shit ass year, and more people are going to be called out and blamed for shit, and just it's
and Alyssa Milano, that fucking cunt, is going to be front and center with her fucking flag waving.
Oh, you haven't mentioned your name in a long time.
That fucking look at me flag. The look at me, I'm Alyssa Milano. I'm still here.
What remakes are they going to come out with this year?
Oh my god, that fucking cunt better just fucking get shot in the head. That's what I want to see.
Please stop saying. Why do you say stuff
Dude,
like that?
I fucking hate her so much.
You can hate people. You don't hate to say stuff.
I hate that fucking bitch. But so what's going to happen is in 2020, what I see as far as like my future prediction.
You need a new New Year's resolution.
No. Let me finish this first, okay? So my 2020 resolution Well, not my 2020 resolution, because I've already said that before in the last podcast. But in 2020, what I see going to happen is the Democrats are going to get fucking crazier because they're going to get closer to getting Trump out. He's going to win again because he's going to win because he's better than all the Democrat people out there.
Sorry, I hope he wins again.
I really hope he wins again. He's much better than all those other pieces of shit out there.
And then we don't have to go into politics.
Because they're fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy.
They weren't crazy unless we didn't hear about the craziness until Trump was in there.
It's like they can't
shit crazy.
They can't handle losing.
They went apeshit crazy, and I don't like. So now, guess what? I'm no longer a Democrat. I don't want to be associated with all the craziness.
I am not a Trump guy. I am not a Trump person, man. But these people went fucking nuts when he lost.
And
they're trying to put dumb fucks in there. It's like, holy shit.
All right,
at least put Tulsi Gabbard in there. She's good looking.
Why does she have a big ass? Who the fuck is that?
No, she's a chick from she's a chick from Hawaii who's like in the middle. She's like a conservative. So
it's always a female. Who are these people?
I don't know.
Moving on.
There's nobody else. But I got nothing else unless you got something else you want to share.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 2020. So what else in 2020?
Well, 2020. As far as 2020 goes, what I want to have happen is like to have a couple sleep-full nights.
I'm hoping to get Chipotle at least 10 times next year.
Oh, goodness. Well, I think that may happen. But as far as 2020 goes, what I want to do is sleep a few more times, and I want to, just clap it out some more. And
I knew it.
Maybe get on some more Hami Media Group shows, because, those guys are our bros. And
no.
Hopefully.
There's only one person I want to talk to at this point.
Who?
That's Jargo.
Oh, that's Freddy Krueger. Dude,
listen.
He looks like Freddy Krueger, doesn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He did a show today with Stevie Richards.
Oh, after you did a show with Stevie?
Well, I don't know how long it took for him to play in that show. So I'm not going to say he copied it off, because they talk about sports, they talk about shit. Otherwise, things that, much different things that we talked about, right? But I'll tell you what, man, he is one ugly son of a bitch.
Oh,
he's one ugly son of a bitch.
See, now Jargo needs to come here and kick your ass, because I don't know what Jargo looks like, but that's fucked up. You know, dude, what? I'm
just trying to call him on the show.
This, you know what?
I'm trying to summon him on the show.
Because at this point, I'm your person, right? You're in the ring. I'm sitting outside the ring. And I'm cheering for you. But you just said something. So you're like my Brock Lesnar,
and
I'm just like,
Paul
you know
Heyman
what?
Person?
I might have to go to the other corner because you went somewhere that you shouldn't have gone.
Oh, no, listen. I want a piece of Jargo's ass. And I'm ready for it, man.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm ready for it, man. Any topic he wants, we'll talk about it.
What?
Any topic he wants, except for that Japanese bullshit wrestling.
Say, 'cause we don't know nothing about that. He would just it would be him talking the whole time, but I have no idea.
Kento Ibushi, whatever the fuck, or Leo Shirai, or whatever the fuck their names are. I only know a couple names, and I'm just saying this because I probably just Googled a couple in the past, but nothing I really care to talk about.
I never loved being roasted so much. Okay, because
you're a big fan of Jargo, so you're a bitch.
He does it so good.
You're such a bitch, and for some reason, you're never on my side.
I was on your side until you went somewhere you shouldn't have gone, and now I'm just maybe I'll stand in this corner.
Oh, you bitch! So I just lost my wife, but until then, you can find us both at Twitter, Voices of Misery. Gmail is voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com. Facebook is Voices of Misery. Instagram is Voices of Misery, I think, because that was made up when I was drunk. But there will also be other things added eventually at Voices of Misery. Just Google at Voices of Misery and you'll find us. Do you have anything else you want to add, my dear
5-star reviews on iTunes. And let us know what you think about the new intro, because we got a couple more too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about the intros. I love them.
Tons of it, and please give yourself a thank you to our friend Big Ray Hernandez. Do you want to give him a personalized thank you, because he loves you? Everyone loves you.
Listen, this is the thing. I woke up, I don't know what morning it was, but there was an email, and it said on there, "This is for the Nerdette," with 10 freaking hearts on there, with all these intros, and I was in heaven. Now, I have two of them are my favorite, which is one that we played tonight, right, on this episode. And then I know he's thinking it's something else, but it's actually my second one that I like is the one that he picked out. And I'm super pumped to use that on the next episode. So,
there you go.
I love the intros that he does. Like, I have like 10 more. So he needs to tell us what to do so we don't have to harass him anymore because I feel bad doing it.
Well, how about I talk about this real quick? Ladies and gentlemen, I have aches and pains in my back, my spine, my neck, my back. Wait, it's not that like a rap song or some shit? My neck, my back, my something. Anyway, when I have pains, I call my friends at cbdmedic.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Whenever I have any kind of issues at all, what they do is they send me a box of shit that I can rub on my back, my spine, my neck, and everything else that has any kind of aches and pains.
Can you rub it on your penis?
Yes, I can. And it makes it harder, so fuck you. So what happens is, like, they send me a box of stuff in the mail, and it makes me feel great. And the thing is like, whenever you have anxiety, depression, any kind of mental illness at all, just like the nerd here has, tell them I sent you, because if you use our code VOMPodcast10, they will send you any order size 10% off, VOMPODCAST10, and they will send you any order size for 10% off your order. And God damn it, I'll tell you what, man, it changed my life just like it will change yours, because my aches and pains are now minimalized. And you know what? The nerdette is very upset because it does not hurt my penis.
Oh my God.
Just like all the medical prescribed bullshit does. Whenever I used to go to the doctor, he's prescribing, oh my God, you got anxiety, depression, anxiety, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to fucking throw all this shit at me. What happens is, like, I can never get off. And it blocks off my serotonin levels, all the bullshit, the oxytocin. And you know what happens when I take this CBD medic stuff? Nothing. I feel great. And I just tear it up and I blow my load up inside.
Oh my God. All right, you're being disgusting. All right.
And I'm being disgusting, but still. Check out cbdmedic.com, VOMPodcast10 to save 10% off any order. And we will talk to her.
How did we get from fucking Big Ray to fucking this?
Tell them the nerd sent ya.
Oh my
Later.
Lord.
Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. When I'm not doing Stevie Richards Fitness, well actually when I am doing Stevie Richards Fitness resistance band training programs, I like to listen to my friends on the Voices of Misery podcast. They talk about literally everything and anything, some stuff that might offend you. So if you're not easily offended, don't subscribe, because they say whatever is on their minds is actually subscribe. Subscribe anyway. You might learn something, and check them out anywhere you can download and listen to your favorite podcast. And of course, check them out at voicesofmisery.podbean.com.